Hi everyone! It's been a while, but I finally have a new tutorial for you. And this time it is on my steampunk goggles that I made for my Jasmine cosplay. I started out with this toilet paper roll and I marked about 1/3 in, and then on the other side another 1/3, and then I connected these points. So if you cut this in two, you will get two half rolls in about the same width. Next I took some 5mm foam and I just super glued this onto the toilet paper roll. With some scissors I cut the edges so they would fit together perfectly, and then super glue that in place as well. Then with a box cutter I cut off any excess of the foam so it will get flush to the edge. I pulled out my stash of rings and hardware, and I found these, I think they're curtain rings, that actually fit the diameter perfectly. I also pulled out some old typewriter pieces and some broken chains. Next I took some leftover packaging material and cut it to size for my rings. Because I couldn't get my hot glue to actually glue anything onto it, I wrapped the rings in some medical tape and then hot glue the packaging material on top of this. I also found this piece of netting material that I hot glue on top of it because it looked quite cool. And then I cut off the excess and glued on a layer of blue organza. And the same for the other side, just without the netting layer. Because I had a bit of a gap after gluing the rings on top of the foam, I glued in some chain, and I also used this to connect the two pieces. Then I sanded the bottom of some spikes so I could super glue them on as well. I poked a hole in the bottom so I could fit a brad to it and attach a piece of chain. Some of my pieces needed to be a little curved to fit the rolls, so I just used some pliers to get the right shape. Then I just started attaching a bunch of different hardware like gears and the typewriter pieces. Most of it I attached with brads, and some of them I attached with actual screws and some super glue. Because I had quite a lot of empty space, I decided to glue on some doilies to get some texture. I used wood glue to get it all to stay down and push some of the edges under the hardware to make it look more cohesive. Then I just took some black acrylic paint and painted it all black. I dry brushed some gold acrylic paint over the raised edges of the doily and some silver paint on the rim of the goggles. I also took some black acrylic paint and just dabbed it on the hardware to make it look more weathered. And this is what it looked like at that moment. Because I had this ginormous wig that I had to be able to style beforehand, I decided to sew my goggles onto the headband and style the headband into the rolls that she has on her head. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see more pictures of this costume, you can check out my Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching!